Hello, hello. Happy Saturday to you. You know, one thing that I've learned in my line of work as an aviation professional is that there are no stupid questions, and no matter how simple you may think a question is, you know. There are no stupid questions. Maybe you ask a question, maybe you want to confirm your answer, or maybe you doubt your answer, or maybe you're not. You want a second opinion, or basically the what I'm trying to say. If you don't know, if I don't know, we don't know, and then there's no shame in asking questions, and that's what basically that's what we do in aviation. We try not to be complacent because safety is very important to us. That's our number one priority, and that's why that even if we think we know something, if we doubt it, we just stop and ask. And I believe that I use the same mentality in other things, such as music. And people ask me, questions all the time. Students, beginners, they ask me simple questions, and then I believe that they want to learn, they want to know something, maybe they want to confirm their answers. So whatever question that you may have, no matter how simple, keep sending them to me. And if I have answers, I will try to let you know. If I don't, then I'll let you know as well. So I received a few questions. Actually, it is one question that several students, and I'm assuming they are I am assuming that they are beginners. They are confusing the key signature, with they are confusing about key signature and time signature. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, the key signature and the time signature on a staff, they are neighbors. They are very friendly neighbors. They talk to each other, they communicate with each other, they have fun together, they like each other. That's why they always They are neighbors. They really enjoy the company of one another, but they have different purposes. Okay, they don't do the same thing. Okay, the time signature, which is a combination of two numbers, one on top, one at the bottom, you know, tells you how many beats you have in a measure and what kind of note take one count. So the top number in the time signature tells you how many beats, how many pulses that you have in a measure, and the bottom number tells you what kind of note takes one count. For example, if you see a 4/4, the top number 4, I mean, when you see a 4, we're talking about quarter note. So if you see a 4 on top, that means there are 4 beats in the measure, 4 pulses in the measure. And if you see 4 at the bottom of the time signature, that means a quarter note takes one count. And then it is the same concept for a 2/4, 3/4. Okay, then you may also see compound time signatures. You may also see 6/8, 9/8, 12/8, and so on. It is the same concept, except when you see 6/8, the top number is 6. That means there's going to be 6 beats in the measure, and the 8, when you see 8, that means 8th note, and 1/8 note in the measure is going to take one count. Okay, that's what time signature does. On the other hand, key signature, which are represented by symbols on the staff, tells you what key your music is being played in, or what key the music is written in. For example, the symbols you're going to see as key signatures, they're going to be either sharp or flat, or no symbols at all. So if you don't see any symbol, whether sharp or flat, that lets you know that that particular music is in the key of C major, or the relative minor of C major, which is A minor, the Aeolian mode, which is built on the sixth note of the C major scale. So you're not going to see any symbols, any key signature for C major or A minor. Now, but when you start seeing sharp and flat, then that will be a different ball game. Now, you need to determine what keys the music the what keys, whatever music you're playing, what key it is in. And then for you to know what key it is in, you have to see, how many flats or sharps that you have at the beginning of the staff. So the best way for you to understand the concept of sharps and flats, to determine the keys the music are being played, or the music are played, you need to check out the cycle of fifths and fourths, because that will give you a picture, a very good picture, an overall picture of this concept. This is what the cycle of fifths looks like. See, that's the cycle of fifths. As you can see key signatures. Then you can see major keys in the inner circle. In the inner circles, you can see major keys and minor keys, and in the outer circle, you can see the key signatures. Okay, and you can see how that's basically the way. That's basically that's the cornerstone of musical progressions in music. So I would advise you to go ahead and take a look at it and try to understand what it is. That will help you a great deal. Sure, to understand the concept of sharp and flats, and how many flats will relate to what keys, stuff like that. But I'm gonna give you a trick. Because some people don't have the ability just to look at the staff and immediately determine what key a music is written in, or what key a music is being played in, unless it is maybe one sharp, one flat, or two sharps, two flats. When the number gets higher and higher, it's a little confusing to really know what key the music is being played. Like if you have 7 sharps, you have 7 flats, it's more difficult to know. It's more difficult to know what key the music is being played in, because so many sharps and flats. But I can give you a trick, because the sharps and flats, as as key signatures, they are in sequence. Okay, they're not just there randomly. Okay, so you're gonna see the way the sharps are laid out on the staff as key signatures symbols. You got F sharp, Okay, F sharp in sequence now. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp, E sharp, and B sharp. Okay, so one trick I can give you to determine what 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 is the key of a piece of music you playing is one trick that I have as far as sharp. When you see a sharp, okay, the last focus on the last sharp in the sequence. Okay, so because the key you playing in is half step above the last sharp in the key signature. Let me repeat that. It doesn't matter how many sharps you have as a key on the key, well, in the key signature. The key you playing in, the root of the scale, the key you playing in is always one half step above the last sharp. Okay, let me give you an example. All right, so let's say you look at the staff and you see one sharp. Okay, so what is it? The first sharp is gonna be, if it is one sharp, it's gonna be F sharp. Okay, so what is F sharp? Okay, F sharp is also G flat. So to determine, when you see one sharp, to determine what key the music is written in or is being played in, you go half step above F sharp, which is also G flat. Well, if you play the note which is half step above F sharp, you're gonna play G. Okay, that's the key that the music is written in. That's the key the music is played in, which is G major. I'm gonna give you one more example. So which two flat. I mean, using two sharps. Okay, the next logical sequential sharp you're gonna see is gonna be C sharp, because they go in sequence, So if I see two sharps on the staff, and and I don't really know what key the music is written in, then I'm gonna concentrate on the last sharp in the sequence, which is C sharp. So I'm going to play the note that is above that. I'm going to play the note which is half step above C sharp. Okay, C sharp is also D flat. So if I play the note which is half step above the last sharp, which is C sharp, and I'm gonna play D. So now I know with two sharps, the music is in the key of D major. And you can do, it doesn't matter how many sharps you have in the key signature, just concentrate on the last sharp in the sequence. and then play half step above that sharp, and that's the key the music is played in. Okay, now what about sharp? No, sorry, what about flats? Okay, the flats also are laid out in sequence. Okay, you have B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, C flat, and F flat. That's 7 flats right there, just like you had 7 sharps earlier. So when it comes to the sharp, when you have more than one sharp, sorry, we're talking about flat now. When it comes to the flats, when you have more than one flat, so you're gonna have at least B and E, B flat and E flat as a key signature. Okay, when you have when you have more than one flat, obviously you're gonna get at least B flat and E flat. So that's even easier than dealing with the sharps. Okay, when you see the way you determine what key the music is in, when you have key signatures with flats, you go back to the previous flat in the key signature. Okay, the previous one, the one before the last flat. Okay, an example. Okay, you look at the staff. You have B flat and E flat. Okay, now what is the key of the what is the key of the music you're playing? The music you're playing is in what key when you have B flat and E flat? Well, forget the E flat. You go back to the previous flat, the one before. Yeah, I think I said forget the E flat. Yeah, forget the E flat. Go back to the previous one, the flat before the last flat, which is B flat, and your music, and you know the music is written in the key of B flat. That's another trick. Okay, let's say you have 3 flats. If you have 3 flats, it's gonna be B flat, E flat, and A flat. So we know immediately we know it's not the key the music is in is not gonna be the last flat. It's not gonna be A flat. It's gonna be the flat before the last flat, which is in this case E flat. So when you have 3 flats, you know your music is written in the key of E flat. If you have 4 flats, you're going to have B flat, E flat, A flat, a D flat, right? B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. Right away, eliminate. Okay, D flat. That's not the key. You go to now you go to the flat before D flat, which is the last flat, and that that will be A flat. Okay, and your music is in A flat. Your music is in A flat. Okay, so I hope I answered your question, and I think right now, as beginners, you should be able to see the difference between key signature and time signature. They're neighbors. They get along very well. They like each other. They do things together. They have fun together, but they're not the same. They don't do the same thing. So, like I told you at the beginning of the video, there are no stupid questions, you know, and whatever question you have, and if you believe that you need to clarify, you know, even an answer you may have, don't hesitate to ask. Not only me, you can ask anyone else. All right, so take care and stay safe and keep playing.